Have you ever learned something in life and you ask yourself, why didn't I know this before? Or why didn't anybody ever tell me this? Well, that's what this video is about. I just wanted to share some things that I've learned in life, some lessons that I've learned and that I wish I knew sooner. But I am thankful that I know them now. So lesson one is who you marry can be your greatest asset or they can be your greatest liability. And when I say asset, I don't mean, finances. I mean their character and their contribution to your life. So does the person that you are thinking about marrying, do they contribute to your level up or do they hold you back? And, ask yourself these questions like, do they make you smarter? Do they make you wiser? Are you wiser because you know them? Are you godlier because you know them? Do they overall have a positive influence in your life or a negative influence in your life? And I believe that, someone that you marry is truly the most important financial, emotional, spiritual, everything is the most important decision that you're going to make in your life because it impacts all of life. So you really have to be mindful and careful about who you marry and make sure you don't marry a liability. And don't just ask yourself these questions for yourself, but your children and your future children. Ask yourself these questions for them. Like, if they had this person as a parent, are they going to be smarter because of them? Are they going to be wiser? Are they going to be godlier? Are they going to be more stable? Or are they going to be dysfunctional, and struggling because that person is their parent? So you have to ask yourself these questions like, what type of environment, home environment do you want for your children? Like, does this person smoke and drink a lot? Like, is that the type of environment you want for your children? Or do they have fits of rage all the time and are punching holes in the wall? Like, do you want your babies to be afraid of, their parent because of their anger issues? Like, absolutely not. So ask yourself these questions, because if you don't, you will wish that you did. And, who you marry, you don't just marry for love. We also marry for legacy. And who you marry can impact your future generations to come. So you'd want to be very, very careful about this decision, because who you marry can bring generational blessings. And, we always talk about generational wealth, but what about generational wisdom? What about generational kindness and stability? What about generational, like, all the other good things that, we can pass on to our children, as well as wealth? So this is a lesson that we all need to learn at a very young age. Who you marry matters, and you want to be sure that you marry an asset. So think very carefully about this decision. And as far as thinking very carefully, let's move on to lesson number 2, which is model out all of your decisions 5 to 10 years from now. And what I mean by modeling out your decisions is just think about how this decision is going to impact your life in the next 5 to 10 years. How are you going to feel about having made this decision in the next 5 to 10 years? Because every decision has a ripple effect. Like, every one decision impacts the next decision, impacts the next decision, and they all impact our future. So you really want to be very careful and thoughtful when you're making decisions. For example, if you want to buy a car, you should think about how buying this particular car is going to impact your ability to save in the future. Or if you're thinking about a job opportunity, how will this job impact your career trajectory in the next 5 to 10 years? Or if you want to buy a house in a certain neighborhood, how does that neighborhood, gonna look in 5 to 10 years? Is the neighborhood gonna be a better neighborhood or a worse neighborhood? Are businesses coming into the neighborhood? Is money coming into the neighborhood? Are people coming into the neighborhood, or is everybody moving out? Are businesses moving out? Is crime coming in? And these type of things can drastically impact your property value. So you want to think about these decisions and think about how they're gonna look 5 to 10 years from now. And I find, like, when we're super impulsive or we just want this instant gratification, we don't think things all the way through. We don't see the real of our decisions, and we just just get so excited, or we're just going off emotion, and we can see the steak, but we can't see the garbage can lid that is being served to us on. So just be really mindful about these decisions, because I find that in life you either have choices or you have consequences. And the decisions that you make today will either give future you more choices or it'll give future you consequences. So if you buy a car that has a car note of $600, but you only make $2,400 a month, you're going to have some consequences. Like, you may not be able to put as much of a down payment on a house in 5 years because all your money's been going to this car. So now your mortgage is going to be higher because of, the lower down payment, and it's going to be higher than what you wanted. Or if you choose to buy the 15-year-old Honda Civic in cash, you may not look cool right now, but you're able to save so much money that you're able to take a sabbatical. You're able to go travel for 3 months because you have all this money saved up. Or when you have a baby, you're able to take a whole year off of work and not fool with this FMLA that only gives you 12 weeks. Like, you get choices when you make certain decisions. So decide, is this decision going to give me choices or is it going to give me consequences? And when it comes to decision making, nobody's perfect and we don't know the future. So I'm just saying, try to make the most thoughtful, mindful, informed decision that you can make with the information that you have right now, and just trust God with the rest. Lesson number 3, the best investment that you can make is in yourself. So I talk about investing on this channel and how important it is to build wealth. Investing in the stock market is so important, but I believe that investing in yourself is the greatest investment, because there is no limit to the return on investment when you invest in yourself. And your mind is your greatest asset. You are your greatest asset. So you need to be pouring into yourself and investing in yourself. And you can do that in a lot of ways, mainly educating yourself. So I believe that learning is so important. Never stop learning, you guys. Always learn something new. Always try to find out something that you don't understand. Go learn it. Go try to figure it out. Like, I love learning. Like, I feel like learning is my hobby. I just always think of different things like, oh, that would be interesting to learn, and I'll just go learn it. And did you know that your brain actually changes when you learn? There's something called neuroplasticity, and basically that means that your brain changes and molds based on your experiences and things that you're learning. So you form new neuron connections, and your brain just absorbs all the new things that you're learning. Also, learn a new skill. Like, in today's age, there is no excuse to not have a valuable skill that you can monetize. Like, you can learn anything nowadays. So if you like number crunching, learn Excel and learn how to build, models and different templates in Excel that you can use to help others or to sell. Also, if you like productivity, you need to be learning Notion. Like, that program is so powerful and it can help so many people with their productivity. So learn it and build templates that you can sell to others who need help with productivity. Also, learn how to code. If you're interested in web design and development, learn how to code. That's such a great skill to have. Also, learn the art of negotiation. Like, that's just wise for anybody to know, because you're always negotiating. Like, everything is a negotiation. So learn how to negotiate. Also, learn if you want to improve your public speaking, go join Toastmasters and get better at public speaking, and you can use that and monetize it in some way and get on stages. Like, there are so many skills that we need to be better, at our jobs, or just be more productive in our lives. So like I said, there's no excuse to not have a skill in today's age. So find something that you're interested in and go learn it. Lesson number 4, the best thing someone can do for you is to tell you the truth. Now, I believe that truth is kindness, and I believe what the Bible says, that the truth will set you free. And I don't know what's going on with this culture, but we don't like hearing the truth no more. Like, no, everybody likes their ego being rubbed. Everybody likes to be lied to, basically. And I just don't understand it, because if you are lying to me, or you aren't, telling me the whole truth, how am I going to change? How am I going to get better? How am I going to improve and fix the problem if I'm being told there is no problem? So I feel like we need to love the truth, because only when you have the truth can you make, action, can you take action on that. I can't do anything with a lie. So when somebody tells you the truth, even though it might hurt, even though it might sting a little bit, be thankful that they told you the truth, because now you can do something about it. Although, if people followed this advice, we may not have as many seasons of American Idol. Now I'm torn. So that is all the lessons I have for you today. And if you like this video, then YouTube seems to think you'll like this one as well. So watch this video next, and I'll see you there.